What is up, guys? Welcome in. This is Bolt from the Blue Tarot. My name is Sam, and I'm a super psychic. I'm psychic, and I'm pretty super. I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to start out with an animal card. It's been a minute since we looked at the animals, and I want to know what animals I'm talking to today. Yeah, let's see. Panda. Abundance, tranquility, and gentle strength. Oh my God, look at you. Look at you guys. This has to be some of the best art. Baby panda in a bunch of roses. I love it. Okay, attune to that panda energy while I read from the book. Panda. What are we reading from the panda? Your body communicates with amazing clarity when something is out of balance. Ask your body to gently show you where it needs love and attention. When you constantly monitor these instinctual thoughts, you unlock healing abilities. This is true. This is an aside from Sam. This is very, very true. Expand yourself and be willing to change old ways. Let's see. What else for this group? Also, remember that self-love is an important ingredient in how you experience your world, as well as healing your body. You are your best friend and closest ally. Look no further than the mirror to feel this unconditional love. Look no further than this panda, because that's you, okay? Look in the mirror. You are that cute. You're a cutie. Love yourself like a baby panda is what I want to say here. Let's see what else from this. Allow no one into your space unless they have something positive to say. This doesn't have to be always, guys, but it feels like right now that's useful for some people. The affirmations for the panda. I think with my heart, not my head. I see love, I feel love, I am love. All my dreams are coming true. I think mostly for this group, it's I see love, I feel love, I am love. This is big like flower child energy. This is super groovy, like Paisley One Love kind of energy. I dig it so much. Ask your body to gently show you where it needs love and attention. When you constantly monitor these instinctual thoughts, you unlock healing abilities. Unconditional love, self-love. I'm working on a subliminal right now for my other channel. I'll link it in the detail box, but it's a self-love subliminal. And I'll be honest with you guys, I make the subliminals for me, and then these readings come up perfectly timed for the kinds of subliminals I'm making. So watch out for this one to drop if you feel like this reading is for you. I don't normally pull from the storybook deck for like starting energies, but we're going to hop into that as well. We need a little bit more here. Gandalf in the Library of Gondor smoking his pipe. Oh my God. So usually I made this card, I made a couple of different like research cards. And this is like, you have research to do with an important and possibly time-sensitive purpose. That's the purpose for which I made this card. But then I also included this line. And it's just the two lines. But the other one is, let's hope your love for the halfling's leaf has not slowed your mind. And this is about Gandalf smoking this stuff that they grow in the Shire. Okay, what I'm getting from this for you is that the research you have to do, like research, okay? The research you have to do looks like this. If you haven't done this in a while, if you have a bunch of stuff on your bed, first of all, clear it off. And then just roll on your bed and grab your feet and do the kind of stuff you would do as a kid. And like just move your body in fun and interesting ways. Kick at the covers, like the kind of research that you're asked to do here is bodily research. Your mind can't get you there. It's like the kind of research you have to do is feeling into things, particularly your own body, and particularly in the light of, not in like I'm scanning for issues, I identify issues, I eradicate issues, more like I relate to my body, I love my body, I am my body. This vessel is beautiful, and I want to explore it on its terms, and you can even you can co-opt the mind here, but you can speak to the body, right? And you can ask it what it needs and just tune in. And it really helps, guys. I know it's like someone out there might be like, you've already asked me to roll on my bed like a child. What more do you want from me? And what I want is for you to put both hands on your heart space when you ask your body what it needs. A lot of the stuff we do is to show our subconscious that we're serious about this, right? That we're unreserved about it. And it softens us. And I just get the feeling that someone here is like, these gestures are too soft for me. But you should do them. You should fake it until you make it. I'm really, really serious here, because it's a process of embodying, right? I run into a lot of manifestation people who are trying to use it as a tool, like a wrench, to fix the universe for them. And that's not, it's a vibrational thing, right? And they'll ask me they'll be like, you seem to have embodied this. Like you live it, and that's not something I've done yet. And it's really like grounding it into the vessel. Anything else about this? Yeah, I think that some people, reminder that stimulants make this harder to do, or it takes more concerted effort to get to this space, more planning, more this is all like a settling in. It's not a building up or a forcing. It's like a sinking in. It's a relaxing in. Like you can't force yourself to fall asleep. You have to allow it. You have to relax into sleep. And you're relaxing into the body. That's why this energy is so potent and useful. You may be someone who's like, Sam, I am willing to do bodily exercises, but I must know their purpose. And the purpose is to get you into this energy, right? We can be in this energy and then go to the body, or if that's not something we're used to or something that feels natural to us, it's like that advice force yourself to smile, and you will actually start to feel happier. It's like a physical wiring that connects to your emotions, and you can co-opt it. Like, you can reverse engineer it. I feel like this is a phrase that you will enjoy if you have a hard time getting into this baby panda rolling around in rose petals energy, which is so, like, I love this so much. I can't even tell if these are his front limbs or his back limbs. And that's the energy you need to get into. The kind where you're like, whose foot is this? Oh yeah, it's mine. Yeah, this is going to be a good look on you. I just want to say that you're going to wear it well. And at first it might feel a little weird, a little odd, but you're going to roll on into it. And it's going to feel great. After a time, it's a practice. It's a self-love practice, is truly what it is. And I love that the animals are coming out to give us that message. One of the best pieces, one of the most true pieces of just biological advice I've ever heard is that, like, look around at other mammals. What are they doing? They're getting what they need in terms of food, and then they're sleeping. They're laying down. They're laying in the sunshine. They're doing what feels good. We need to do a little bit more of that. And when we do, our body is just overjoyed. Overjoyed. This will help with intuitive eating as well, which is a way of, which winds up being medicine, because you're giving your body what it's naturally wanting, which is also what it needs. So this energy is like it's a useful path to so many things. A longer life, a more flexible and deeply known vessel. It will serve you in so many ways that you can't imagine when you're just rolling around. Feeling cute, feeling yourself, having fun. Okay. Wow, that was so great. I love that so much. Yeah, let's hop into the Oracle of Destiny, which is more like, the art on here is more of this playful candy energy. It's sweet. It's that sweetness. What do we got? Water. Some emotional energy coming out at the get-go. Jupiter. Roots. We got roots again. Earth. Lots of grounding earth roots, root chakra, foundational messages coming from this deck recently. Mount of Venus, yeah. Lots of the same cards. Okay. Oh, okay, more. Branches. Okay, great. This is exciting. So in the past few readings, if you've been rocking with me, we've had trunk, we've had roots a couple of times, but now you guys, we got branches. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. Those are the 3 levels of the world tree, which is a map of the cosmos. Okay, I'm getting a couple of things from this. These 3 right here. So water, like the cups in the tarot, this is emotional energy. We've got the moon very prominently in this card as well, which moves the tides. It's the divine feminine. And then we have Jupiter. So we can interpret this a couple of ways. Jupiter, Zeus, is kind of the emperor energy with the eagle on his shoulder there. But in this case, like in terms of like planetary magic, Jupiter is about expansion. So with the way that the action is moving in this set, what I'm seeing is like your emotional energy, your emotional being, your willingness to step into and embody your emotions is it's expanding your foundation. It's expanding your root system. And this is really important, especially if we're on a spiritual journey and we want to anchor as much light into the 3D as we can. If we want to be this expansive vessel for spirit, if we want a big, healthy, beautiful, bountiful, radiant aura, it starts at the roots, at the base. Like this is building a very firm foundation for your journey of self-mastery, your spiritual journey. It's helping you to explore your roots. And then later in this reading, it's building to the branches. All right, so check this out. How beautiful is this? Do you see the crescent moon facing the exact same way in all 3 of these? How the energy is progressing there. So this investment in your emotional self, an exploration of it, it's building this firm foundation, but it's also building this loamy, fertile soil from which you can grow outwards and upwards, expand, become more of yourself. this card is just this perfect, like she is this perfect microcosm of this larger macrocosm. It's like she's explored her own emotions, her own body, as one with nature, like this part and parcel. When we do emotional work, especially, emotional healing work, we heal the earth, guys. We help the entire web. So she's wading into these waters of emotion again. But they run, like her body is, what, 70-ish% water? These emotional waters that she's healing go far beyond her. Whoever I'm talking to, you might be someone who is more motivated to help others than you are to take this time. Like you might be emotionally available to hear others and help to heal their emotions more than you maybe stop to heal your own, or just to be in your own. But the expansion and growth that this will lead to is off the charts. Like this is a very healthy system of branches, and it extends, like I love the depiction because it extends above these mountains. It's above the earth, it's above the clouds, these pink ethereal clouds. It extends into the heavens, like the celestial realm. We can only I heard this thing today about a tree only being able to grow. Like, I keep backing it up to try and get the whole image in. Only being able to grow as tall as its root system has grown deep. We can only go as high into the celestial realm as we have into the terrestrial, or like the underworld even. And that's what it can feel like when we're exploring these deep waters of emotion. It's like, especially if there's trauma involved, we are going into the deep waters. And this is how some cultures perceive of the underworld. What this image is missing is the trunk, and that's like the middle realm. So I just imagine you in the middle of this tree. I wonder if I can do this. Yeah, like your root system goes deep, and then these antlers on your head are almost like the branches going higher and higher. The deeper you go, the more water you can draw upon. This was such a symmetrical, beautiful, artful read. I love it. Okay. Yeah, I think the tarot decks were just here as a contingency. Any advice? No, okay. If you're... I think I covered it. I think whoever tuned into this, if you believe this to be for you, you're like, no, this is 100% for me. And you didn't hear something that shook something loose for you, do a rewatch, adjust the speed to like 1.5 if you don't already watch me at that speed, or like 2 times speed, and listen intuitively. I feel like there might have been something in the early doors of this reading when we were covering the panda. I think that's where a lot of the advice came out. And also in here, actually. I think, yeah, we covered it. Thank you for tuning in, whoever you are. It takes courage to explore the deep waters. But a lot of this will actually be a lot more fun than you think as well. Like stepping into this embodied emotional state is really empowering, and it feels really good. Especially if you haven't had, like if you have been the emotional support for a lot of people your entire life, what you realize is that you have been spread thin in a lot of different directions. And when you turn this inward, like I'm imagining this hand just pointing towards yourself instead of like pouring into 12 different cups or whatever, or even, like 2 hands, and you're just pouring into this fertile soil so it can grow. You'll be surprised, like whoever you are, you know that you're a loving being, but have you felt your own love directed at yourself? You might find it a little bit overwhelming, and it might be a little bit difficult to accept the intensity of your own love, to give it all the way, but then also to receive it all the way. And that's another way that this energy can help. There's this Buddhist meditation called metta, M-E-T-T-A, and it's loving kindness is what it translates to in English. And you extend compassion, essentially, through this meditation to different parties, but it usually begins with yourself. And that's supposed to be the easiest thing to do, but for a lot of us, it's the most difficult. And one trick, one lesson, one useful piece of advice that they teach, especially to Westerners who have a hard time with this, is, okay, so when you're extending compassion to yourself, who are you imagining? Like, are you imagining yourself now as you are? Or are you imagining yourself in this energy, like as a child? This is a really useful piece of advice. If you have a picture of yourself looking adorable as a kid, this can really help as well. Yeah, just imagine yourself like 2-3 years old, and you're wearing like overalls, and you're hunched over the dirt looking at worms, and you're just this precious little being full of love and joy. And extend, like imagine yourself as that, and extend, because you are, in the eyes of your guides, in the eyes of spirit, like they see you as that child. And they love you so deeply, and they just want you to extend that same love to yourself. I'm just feeling like there's some energy in my field that is so warm. It's actually quite warm. But it feels like I'm being hugged by like 25 people all at once. And I think it's just so that I can convey to you that this is what they would do if they could. They would smother you with love. And they would love to see you do the same for yourself. And I really hope you do. For what it's worth, I unconditionally love you, and I appreciate you tuning in. And I look forward to reading for you again. If this was your reading, I'm going to try to remember to encourage people to comment, just because I would love to hear from you. You beautiful soul is what I want to say. I'll see you in the next reading. Take care.